what do you think is your most embarrassing moment on Anne?
Oh God, I have so many of these. Oh no. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be so honest right now, and I've never told this story publicly. And people are gonna take this clip, they're gonna put it on TikTok, and it's gonna go. I'll accept it.
Yeah.
So,
thank you for the gift in advance.
Anytime. So mother Jesus. So I'm 14. This is season 1.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I cannot believe I'm telling this story. So I met Lucas, right? Sweet little guy. And naturally I had a huge crush on him. Okay? Like, we can accept that. It's now public knowledge. I was 14.
Who did?
So I had a huge crush on this boy.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing the slate scene. This, you know, when you have an embarrassment, like, it still is like, oh. So we're doing the slate scene, which you've probably witnessed this. So he like throws a piece of paper over first, and then kind of comes over, and we like do the scene. I hit him in the face, and obviously my little brain is just like, oh my God, I'm just like, we're standing so close together, I'm gonna die. And then every time he picks up his little piece of paper and takes it back, and we do the scene again. And so I'm thinking in my brain like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick up the piece of paper for him because I'm like so nice. And I go to pick it up, but then he also goes to pick it up, and then he like gives me a hug, and I'm like, oh, random, okay. So I kind of go in to give him a hug, and he like pulls away. He's like, what are you doing? And I was like, what? Like, I wasn't giving you a hug. I'm just trying to pick up the paper. Like, so rude. Everyone in the room hears this. I'm sitting with Leah and Glenna and Miranda and Delilah, and all of us, they're all just like, they're trying really hard not to laugh because they love me, but they're like, and then I just sit down, and I just sit. Like, I look down at the desk and I want to cry. I am so embarrassed. And so then the next time we film the scene, I hit
the shit out of him.
I hit that. No holding back. I was so. And I can't remember. I'm glad I was saying stop. I'm dying. I've still talked about it with the girls. I'm like, guys, I don't. What happened?
That was juicy.
It was awful.
That is the most vulnerable thing you can do, because like your energy is asking for everything but that.
Yeah.
Like, be cool, get it together, and then for the worst thing in the world to
But from that moment on, like, also my crush went like immediately out the window, was not there anymore. I was like, that was so rude.
Yeah.
And Lucas probably doesn't even remember it. I have sat with this in my soul for years.
You know what? Let's make a promise, everyone here, to each other, that if someone gives us a hug, we will hug them back.
Yeah.
You know? In a safe
environment.
You
not just accept it. Don't embarrass me for all the extras, all the crew. The sound people were laughing at me. I'm 14. I'm like, please, sir.
Yeah. Let's be there for each other. Let's in the future hug Amybeth. That's it.
I kissed him in season 3. I mean, come on. Like, that was me just like, we've gone full circle here. Full circle. Yeah. Come on. Like,
full. That was really funny. It was really awful. Funny. I mean,
it's really good to get that off my chest.
And this was a safe space to do it.
It feels like it.
I promise I won't throw that back in your face. I see you. The next time I see you, I go, oh, I was just getting the piece of paper.
No, stop. I'm going to do that with every single member. If I ever see Lucas again, I will not be giving him a hug, ever.
No. He did not earn it. Does not deserve it. I mean, that was so good. Thank you so much for sharing that. That was good. That one made me cry laugh. Being a human being sometimes, man, like that kind of stuff hurts my body when you like hear the story.
Secondhand embarrassment, and mine's firsthand, but I also feel secondhand for baby me. It hurts.
That should have been your thing. If I could go back and give myself any advice before starting Anne, don't try to hug Lucas.
Do not do it. Do not, please.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
The secret's out.
I literally don't know how to start this video. So I just showed you guys the clip where Amybeth admitted that at the beginning of filming Anne with an E, she did like Lucas. Are we shocked? Are we surprised? Let me know in the comments below before we even get started. First of all, I just want to say I am wearing the carrot necklace that I'm almost 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that Lucas gave to Amybeth as a gift during season 1. I think it was when they wrapped. I honestly do not remember at this point. It's been a couple of years since I talked about the carrot necklace on my channel. If you guys want to check out that video, I'll leave it here. But I think I got a confirmation about that. Not gonna say from who, but like I got a confirmation. Anyway, if you guys want to get this carrot necklace, you can find the link to the Etsy store where I bought it from in the description box below. Definitely support small businesses, and I am not being paid at all to say this. I just really love this necklace, and I hope you guys do too. Like I just said, I'm not paid to say this, not sponsored at all, but I just want to give a shout out to the business that created this necklace. I thought it was appropriate to wear this necklace, even though we are going to talk about like how it's not okay to ship real life people together. There's like this weirdness to it. So this is just like for jokes. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat. This is just for jokes. I just wanted to wear this because I haven't worn this in a really long time. And it actually, for me, more represents Sherbert than it does the real life actors, because that would be weird. Okay, let's get started. So, on December 6th, 2017, Amybeth went on a live stream with Tracey, who played Mr. Phillips on Anne with an E. So Tracey is a part of this Instagram account called Kino App XYZ. We're saying Z because we're Canadian. You guys should definitely go check out the account because they interview a lot of people from the film industry, including other cast members from Anne. So definitely go check out the account if you would like. So they did an interview, which I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen the full interview yet. I've been kind of busy. But a couple hours after the interview, I went on Twitter and I saw this whole news that had come out during the interview that Amybeth revealed that she had liked Lucas at the beginning of filming season 1 of Anne. So I wanted to make this video just to give out my thoughts and stuff because I have a lot of thoughts and it was kind of like a lot to process at first. Like I started remembering stuff about the fandom and stuff. This is completely normal and natural, like to have a crush on just people year round. It's completely normal. That's not really like the point of this video. It's more to talk about like the exterior factors that have come into like shipping people in real life. But I also just want to reflect on things that have happened in the past and just kind of be like, oh, this makes sense now, if that makes sense. So like I said on my Instagram story, I'm shocked, but also not shocked. Like I'm not surprised that much because like I said, it's like normal to have a crush on people you're surrounded with, especially at that age, and nothing to be embarrassed about. I could imagine it would feel like awkward, especially after a lot of fans are like shipping you with the other person, with your co-star, and your characters are supposed to be love interests in the show. I can imagine that is like kind of awkward and stuff. So I definitely understand why Amybeth never revealed any of this information during the show, because could you imagine how chaotic the fandom would have gotten had she done that before? Like I said, it's completely normal, it's completely natural, it's completely fine. But just the fact that, you know, some fans, I'm not saying every fan because it was definitely not every fan, but there were a lot of fans that were like shipping the actors in real life, and it really bled into their personal lives, and that's just not something that people should do. That's just my opinion, at least. I don't know. But I was thinking back to an interview that Amybeth had done after filming season 1, and the interviewer asked her, like, will there be a Sherbert kiss? And then Amybeth was like, oh my god, no, like, no. Which, understandable.
Gilbert Blythe smoochies.
What? No! No. I can say no to that, because no.
Okay. Slate smashing.
Yes! That was so much fun, honestly. Sorry, Lucas. It was so much fun.
And then I also remember The director of the last episode of season 3 said that the kiss between them was like a little awkward and that they were kind of like anxious, if that makes sense. I'll leave a clip right here if you haven't seen that.
Somebody wants to know what it was like directing the kissing scene in Anne with an E. I think I've had to I've lost the
Oh
question.
yeah.
So.
Oh, like there was a lot of pressure on that because, it was the season finale. Anne and Gilbert were finally going to kiss.
I know.
They were kind of awkward with each other about it, even though like they're friends, but they were just like, oh, here we go. And it was like, no, like don't cover her face with your hand. And it became quite technical. But they were just, yeah. When Lyra was on set,
Oh, there we go. You're back.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was so important to get that right. And I knew the enormity of it. And it was a huge day that day. And I was like, oh, I've got to give time for the kiss. I've got to give time for the kiss.
Yeah.
The other reason why I wanted to make this video is kind of like to provide some clarifications about this whole situation. If you've only been watching the show after the cancellation, you might not be aware of like some stuff. So basically, I know some people were like wondering like, was this public knowledge beforehand? Like, did people already know this? The answer is no. This was never public knowledge prior to December 6th, 2022. Actually, in the live stream itself, Amybeth did say, like, now everyone knows.
Okay, like, we can accept that. It's now public knowledge.
And I think that might have, like, kind of got cut off and people might not have heard it or understood it that way, like, interpreted it that way. But basically, up to that point, no one in the fandom or publicly had known about this whole situation. The second thing people have been wondering is the whole timeline of the slate scene, like because Amybeth had said she'd met Lucas and then they filmed the slate scene. So like, did they meet and film the slate scene on the same day? I'm pretty sure, just from like memory, I'm pretty sure that they had met prior to filming the slate scene. Like, I don't know how long, but I'm pretty sure it was during like the audition process where Amybeth had to like probably do a chemistry screen test with Lucas. I think they had met at that point. And then a couple of weeks, months, days, I don't know, but after that they started filming the show. And I'm pretty sure, I'm almost 100% sure that they filmed the show in order, but I'm not like gonna say this is exactly like true. I'm pretty sure the first episode is the first thing that they shot, but as you might not know, when you're doing a film, you don't always shoot everything in order because it depends on like scheduling and locations and availability of the actors and stuff like that. So Lucas's character was introduced in episode 3. So before that, Amybeth had only been filming with the adults in the show. And so I'm pretty sure like they probably filmed the slate scene in order. Like I can't say I'm 100% sure about that, but there were other scenes prior to the slate scene that occurred, like when they meet, or when Gilbert calls Anne a cute girl, or when Gilbert offers Anne an apple. And I think that's pretty much it. Like those were the major scenes that happened before the slate scene. And so it was probably like around that period that they like filmed the slate scene. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure that they met during the audition process, like when they were casting Gilbert, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's clarification number 2. I hope that was clarification because I know I said a lot of like, I'm kind of sure. I hope this brought to light some information that people didn't know. If I'm completely wrong, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say that. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. If people have more information about that, let us know. Not that it's really important, it really isn't, but if you guys want to like examine the timeline, I don't know, it really doesn't matter at this point. So the next thing I want to talk about is what I've been kind of saying this entire time, is that shipping people in real life, basically shipping people that are not their characters, so basically the actors in real life, and making it seem like the chemistry between the characters is the same in real life, which in a lot of cases isn't like that. Like people just are actors, they're hired to work and they're hired to have chemistry on screen, but that's as far as it goes. Obviously, we have also seen people who fall in love on set and stuff like that. This is not the case at all. But during the show's run, a lot of people were shipping Amybeth and Lucas together. And like I said before, this was a huge problem. It kind of interfered and kind of bled into their personal lives. I don't really want to speculate or go into it more than that because I don't know and it's not my place to speculate at all. But I just want to say this more as a PSA that even though Amybeth has revealed this information, I really hope that it ends here and that there isn't a surge of these fans coming back and shipping them again, because that would really suck. And we also have to think of the fact if we ever got in season 4, not saying that there is one in the making or anything like that, but on the off chance that it does happen, then this whole thing will be really awkward and probably will cause problems. So I just want to urge you guys to really not do that at all, please. Not saying that everyone did it, but this is just something I want to say in this video. And because of the fans shipping them in real life, I understand, and I've always completely understood why they have kind of distanced themselves on social media from each other. And while they do have some interviews and some interactions online, but it's understandable why they would maintain their distance, especially because it has affected their real lives. But during that time, a lot of people were curious about are they friends? Are they not friends? And from personally what I saw when I was in the same event that they were at, Leah's concert, they seem like good friends. So I'm just gonna say that they seem like they were good friends. They seemed like they got along. They were talking to each other. That's all I'm gonna say about thing I want to say is that I feel like Amybeth is so brave to even talk about this, and I admire her for bringing it up in a laughing manner. Even though she said she was embarrassed for her younger self, she still is taking it in a laughing manner and she's joking about it. It just seems like she's taking it in a lighthearted way, which is great because I know I've been there. I've definitely been there. I've definitely been there with crushes and stuff, so it can be really embarrassing, and instead of being shameful of it, and it's just something that happens, you know? She takes it in a lighthearted way, which is admirable, like I said. I think that she's a lot like Anne in that sense. And just on a closing note for this video, because Steven asks Amybeth what is her most embarrassing moment on set, and she said that she has a lot of them, I would actually love to hear more of her most embarrassing moments on set. I think that would be really fun. And in conclusion, don't ship people in real life, because that's weird and that is just not okay. And I can't wait to actually sit down and watch the entire interview, as well as see Miranda and Glenna's interview that they did with Steven. So definitely check out Amybeth's interview. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below, and I'll leave the Instagram handle right here for you guys to check it out. Yeah, I just want to end this video on a positive note because it was a lot to take in, but at the same time, no big deal. Everything's great. I will kind of look at the Slate scene a bit differently moving forward because of that information that was revealed. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this topic. Let me know if you were surprised or not surprised. I'll be back with more Anne reactions. I also have an Anne with an E update and more content about Anne, of course. Thank you so much to Raster. I'm Danny Phantom, Merry Crispatito, and sorry Abdar for becoming channel members. It really means a lot to me. If you are interested in joining my channel membership, you can click on the join button on my main channel page, or you can find the join button below any of my videos. Currently, there are only 2 tiers, the Kindred Spirits tier and the Green Gables tier, so check out those options if you feel like joining my channel membership. And once again, thank you to my channel members for joining. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel if you guys want, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Mwah.